What's
Like you
going on,
just get into
everyone?
that music and it stops.
I know it's such a teaser, man. It's like it's so frustrating too because I was trying to mess around with that, and when I was just learning it, so I didn't quite know how to get the clips all together. I thought you could only do like a few, and then I learned later after I already made it, and I'm like, but I've
You
got a
can stack
bunch of
like
videos
10
on
of
my
them
phone.
together.
So how you doing today, Ken?
I'm all right. Just so tired.
Yeah, me too. So
Migraine's been like just taking my energy away.
that sucks. Fucking, I feel the same way, man. I've got my wife. She leaves the windows open, so it's like gets to 65 in here, and I got to shut the reptile room and all that crap, And it's like she's got all the windows throughout this 2-story house, so all the cold air is just coming in, and I'm freezing, getting sick. Like, man.
See, I don't know. I like the cold air. I got to have a fan on me, like even in the
Yeah.
winter. I got to have some kind of air moving.
Man, see, I can't do that. Like, it goes in my face, and I just feel congested. I wish I could. Like, I'm kind of a weirdo, man. It's like I'm either hot or I'm cold. There's really no middle ground. Like,
Right.
my feet and my hands are either hot or they're freezing. Let's see who we got in here.
I get that.
What's up, A1? Santos.
What up, Santos?
What's up, James? Thanks for coming out, man.
James Perry. What up, dude?
I always think of that Matthew Perry from Friends and stuff when I see that. Perry.
Well, at least I think of Stephen Perry, the singer from Journey.
Yeah, that's actually a good one to think about.
Maybe I'll change that a little bit.
Journey's dope. Mr. Sammy, what's up?
What up, Sammy? Good
Thanks
dude
for
right
coming
there.
out. Yeah, Sammy's awesome. I still got to get one of those Pink Panther shirts.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not-
I think that's like something that if you see him at a show, you're for sure going to get one.
Yeah,
So
for sure. He was actually supposed to send me one when you guys all went up to the show and shit a few months back. He was going to send me one. He asked if I was going. I was like, no.
oh, there it is. Send me your address, last name.
Oh,
And
nice.
what size you'd like.
I will do.
That's what's up, Sammy.
Brave, what's
Sammy's
going
good
on?
dude. There's Brave. What up, dude?
Well, I'm sure you're not swimming today, Brave. You're probably not in school, but what about those smoothies?
Huh?
And we got
Yeah, he
Ken,
does make all them smoothies.
Double Dipper, my co-pilot,
Double dipping.
my ride or die partner. We usually have a third one too, another co-pilot. We got John that's usually rolling with us, but
Well, they're building that like their snake room or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm sure them guys are just
Hammered.
busy.
Yeah, they it's a 24 by 48 they're building, so
I know it's a pretty big building.
that is big. I
a
wish
lot of work for like just a side project for two people. I mean, I know they have a little bit of help from a neighbor that they was saying or stuff, but that's a lot of work for like just a couple of guys to do.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
That's a big building.
It is. That's going to take some time. And I know they've been working a lot on it, like the weekends, obviously, that's going to be a go on it. But I asked him the other day. In fact, it took him a minute to get back to me. He's got his job like most of us, and he had to, he's doing that afterwards too, having to work on it. Like you said, for two people, that's a lot of work to be putting in. So,
Yes, it is.
even though
I built, like I had people help me, build the outside walls and then put the roof on. But after that, like basically it was just me working on it. And that was only a 12 by 42 addition. And it took me like 6 months myself to get it done. You know what I mean? Like just after work doing what I can. And then on weekends.
That's a lot for one person though. Like you said, that'd be a 6-month job because
it took me 6 months.
Jeez.
If that would have been a crew of guys, it'd have been done in 2 weeks. But
yeah, Yeah, actually, I don't even know if I told you yet or not. I don't remember. My mind's so swamped with everything, man. It's been crazy. I got a yesterday. In fact, I seen your message in the thing about Josh and all that, and I was just kind of bummed out because in the morning I woke up and I got a call, and I won't answer calls. I'll wait to see, afterwards or something if they leave a voicemail or whatever.
Right.
Take a text, and I I'd seen they left a voicemail, so a little bit of time went by, and I ended up checking. I checked the voicemail, and it was my the landlord or the people where we rent from, the middleman. They were sitting there. They called, and I talked to her, and she said that she wants to put that the landlord wants to do a check on the house. And I'm like, fuck, man, this sucks because like the house is really clean. We keep it good and everything. I will, sure will, Sammy. Appreciate it. Um,
But how
and
would he feel
so
about them things you got in the backyard?
that's part of the other problem. Like, luckily, I'm getting ready. I was going to be cutting them down anyways, but there is one that needs to go a little bit longer. Now, 2 years ago, before we had to move out of that house, we had been here at that one house for 10 years, and they wanted to end up selling the house. They were an older couple, and I had a bunch going, 7-footers and all that, and those ones had to come down early. Luckily, this time everything was pretty much ready to go. So
Well,
that's
it's
one of the
legal.
things.
It's legal in California to do, so they really can't say much.
Yeah, but it's their house, so kind of one of the
If they don't like it, they,
exactly.
I mean, I get it. I get it.
So it sucks. It's like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get them cut today. I'll leave one out there or two, let it progress a little more, and I'll get it because they want to meet up on the 12th of November. So I got a little time to play with.
Maybe
But
you should like put like a tarp over it or like tarp it off and give it like a greenhouse effect and be like, oh, it's tomato plants. We're just gonna see if we could keep them going towards the through the cold months. Just hope they
right.
don't want to look underneath of it.
That's a good idea, and I would, except I'm so broke right now, Ken. I've got a snake actually on a payment plan, and I got to call that guy today. I'm gonna make a little payment to him, but it
Yeah,
he
I know what you
he's
mean,
not
buddy.
tripping, but it's shitty, man. Fucking, and then it sucks because my rat production is starting to pick up, which is an awesome thing. But now I have to sit here and fucking take all these rats when they come and all the snakes, bag them up, put them in tubs, take my pit bull, get her out of here along with the rats and the snakes, and then like my dad, he stays with us, but he kind of messed up the room. Like where he lays against the bed, he doesn't have a headboard, and his shirt and all that's discoloring it like kind of grayish black. So now I've got to go fucking get paint and paint that shit. And it's like, man, it's just one thing after another. It's just killing me.
I get you, buddy.
Just frustrating.
Yes,
Well,
sure is.
it's
What
like
are you
me and
gonna
you were
do?
talking. We were talking backstage. Me and you both got a lot on our plate right now.
Yeah.
Both
It,
under the
it
weather.
is though. You just gotta keep your head up and keep going, one way or another.
Yep. Exactly. And that's all you can do. You just got to keep grinding and pushing. You can't stop. I mean, if you sit there and stop and everything and just get bummed and think about it, like I've done numerous years, it's just not going to,
Just gonna slow you up.
exactly. Exactly. You got to
Yep.
keep pushing, just get it done. And that's where I'm at. And it's like, I'll get past it. I'll fight through.
So you
Shit.
had mentioned something about Josh from having a ball python, like watching his live, and he kind of just got all screwed up and like his air conditioning system's gone on the house because the water flooded the duct system. Something like collapsed on this rat shed, and his like rats are down like to 25% or something like that he said. They're going through it down there, so I'm gonna put together a little benefit auction for them. I mean, so if anyone out there wants to throw anything in to try to help out Josh from having a ball python, get a hold of me, and yeah, we'll get that going.
Yeah, and it's like that. That's one of the things you had mentioned in the chat and stuff. And it was funny because I was on IG and I seen that he was going live, and I clicked off of that and just went into the uh, group chat and all that shit. And I seen that you had just put something up, I was like, man, I'm gonna get a little nap and stuff, but it sucks because it's like, you know, you want to help people out and you're kind of in a shitty situation, and but that's one of the things too, like we were talking about, you always got to think, like, I've got a lot that I'm worried about, but there's always somebody going through some tougher stuff. I've got to move my rats and snakes and all that shit, and it's going to be hard on me. But then this poor guy's over here lost 70, 80% of his rats, and having to deal with that flood and everything. And it's like,
And
there's always
it
somebody.
could get worse. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, because they said that they was trying to take the water down in the worst areas, and it can make the water rise in these lower rising areas, like where he's at. And in the next couple days, he'll have to just hope that sun catches up and starts
Exactly.
taking away that water. Now, I mean, I don't think it was like as bad as the Bods got hit, but he got hit pretty bad with the floodwaters.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad seeing that that live that he showed, that water. Like you said, it wasn't as bad as Jeremy and everything. What's up, Vanna? Thanks for coming out. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, it's but yeah, Jeremy, man, his was really just hit that drywall and everything inside the house. Like, geez, man, that poor guy. And didn't he have? He's been going through a few things. Wasn't his wife's parents or something in an accident, or that might be somebody else. I could be wrong on that.
Mission
Morphs, what's going on? How you doing? Thank you.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah,
there's so much stuff that people go through in this small community. I mean, it sucks, but you know what I mean. It's hard to keep it all straight.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, before I forget, because there's shit that I want to say on a lot of lives, and I always forget something. Today is Don D's birthday, and I believe Maquis also. So, happy birthday to you both.
Happy birthday, guys.
Hope you have a good day and enjoy it. Isn't it crazy how birthdays just aren't like they used to be when you're younger?
Well, I mean, what did you expect? I mean, we're old.
I mean, I'm not saying we have to have presents, but just be happy that it's your birthday, right?
It's like something like someone should at least give a fuck. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
what's up, Josh? We just mentioned a new buddy.
What's up, Josh? How you doing, man? Yeah, like Ken said, we were just talking about you. I hope all is well. Like Ken said, hopefully that sun decides to pop out, man, real strong and dry that water up for you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, because do you know exactly what were you thinking about, like an auction or something, or?
Yeah, just like something like we did for Stan. I mean, I don't think we're going to get. I mean, if we get as big numbers like we did with Stan, I mean that's great. I'm going to really start pushing next week. But it's going to be like 2 weeks from now. Just give me a little time to plan it.
Okay, awesome.
And I don't know. I'm going to do what I can just to help someone out. It's like every one of these bigger podcasters kind of got someone in need and helped them out, and I just didn't have really the time to do it. So when I seen Josh was in need, and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to do something nice for him. So. We're gonna put it together. I got a couple of people that emailed me already, and I'm gonna ask around, and just do what we can, and hopefully we can get at least a couple thousand for them.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be awesome. Maybe $2-3 grand or something in there. That'd be cool. Yeah, I wished I had some. I'm trying to even think. I was thinking maybe I could do like a shirt or something if we have to.
Well, I mean, if you can't do it, there's no obligation for anyone to do anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't expect anyone to do nothing. You know what I mean? But if you have something, just put it up, and it's for a good cause. Yeah. Josh was down at Daytona, and he was just handing everyone a shirt. And anyone and everyone that he's seen, he was just handing people a shirt. And I kind of really appreciated that. So
Yep.
it's one
That,
like he just showed it. He's a friend and good people. So I like to help friends and good people out for sure.
exactly. Yeah, Josh is a good guy. He's always you see him in all the chats everywhere, and always just a nice person saying hi and stuff. I mean,
So it's just our our time to give back a little bit, and we're going to try to give back to the community that helped get me and the RWO where we're at. So just
yeah, it's true. Because I mean,
kind of how I feel about it.
that's true. I mean, we built that. Like our shows and different things. Like you started the RWO and all that. That you built that with a lot of the work that you've put in, but it also is a lot of work with the other people. They're the other part of it that are coming and watching it and all that. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have that. Yeah, we are putting in a lot of work, but again, it takes them to come out and all that. So you could do everything that you want. If they're not showing up, it's just really not
Right.
nothing anyway. So I definitely got to give a shout out to everybody that comes out and all that.
Oh hell yeah! Like
It's all
we
them.
couldn't do it without them for sure.
Definitely, without a doubt. 100. Let's see here. Trying to catch up a little bit. Oh, I think probably talking about Josh's shirt, maybe.
Yep.
Are you going to be having some shirts done soon, Ken? I know you were working on it.
Yeah, I mean it should, but of course, there's always a snag, that you hit. So my finances are just kind of holding that back a little bit, but I'll get there.
Oh shoot, we got fireworks.
Fireworks, holy shit! Boom, 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 boom.
That was for
They
the hair.
always need noises. Like I like the firecrackers. It was loud. Like throw some half sticks up with them big booms.
Right. I wish we could have fireworks all year round. Well, to
That's
a sense,
expensive though.
it's expensive. It's not so bad. Here it is. For one, we have the crappy ones. We don't have the shit that goes up in the air, but they're expensive as hell. But when I went to Missouri, now this was like probably 15 years ago or so, they had like, what is it? The bottle rockets. Those were like a few bucks for a pack. They weren't crazy. I'm trying to think of that one. The mortars. Those were like shit, like 6, 8, maybe $10, and you get like, I know you got at least three or six in there or something like that. You got a good, it wasn't too crazy in price.
Yeah, like since I guess since they lightened the laws over here in PA, if you go like the night before the 4th of July, they have a lot of buy one get one, and then it's not that expensive.
Right. Do you guys got the illegal? Well, it may not be illegal to you, but illegal to us. Do you have the ones that go up in the air and all that, or?
Mortars aren't legal, no, but
Oh,
we
okay.
like you can get the fountains that shoot up like within 20 feet off the ground.
Nice.
I mean, you could get things that shoot out. I mean, they shoot up in the air. You know what I mean? Like mortars, but mortars technically are illegal in PA still.
Oh, okay. That sucks. The cool stuff's all legal. Oh, Banna, I've been lagging. I've actually been dealing with a lot. I'm gonna get that shirt for you to order today. Uh, I just I've had a bunch going on, so I will get that for you, so you're not wondering where it's at.
What's up, Derek?
Derek, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? I hope you're healing up from that.
Yeah, he just had that surgery.
Yeah, I was. In fact, I don't even remember, man. I was gonna, like I said, I've had so much on my mind. I was gonna send him the link yesterday. I didn't think he would pop on. After just having that, I was gonna send it to him for the heck of it. If he just felt like it. And I don't even remember if I did or not. Sore but healing. Yeah, I imagine. Hopefully, you get feeling better soon, man. get out of pain. Hopefully that surgery works pretty good for you too.
Right.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. You're awesome. And Banna's all over the place too. That girl just came in, what, like 6 months ago or something? 8 months ago?
Yeah.
She's already doing good on the podcast all over.
I'll send Derek the link.
Sweet. Damn, you're faster than me, Ken. I didn't even see that comment.
I'm on it, dude.
I know, shit. I was gonna drink me some coffee, man, but I'll be over here like a crack kid and shit trying to bite my damn ear off. That shit gets me fiery. I guess a lot of it's my the kind of jacks my stomach up too. I ain't trying to run to the damn restroom. Like my brother said, he's like, man, you're like a sensitive flower. You're welcome, Banna. And I was wondering, when you were working on a name and stuff a few months back, what you're going to come up with. That is a pretty dope. That's a dope name.
You did good.
Yeah, it is. I like it. It's pretty cool too. That purple white just kind of pops, kind of like a graffiti style or something like that. Hard for me to see it so much on this little ass screen. Man, my eyes aren't like they used to be.
Not at all. Not at all.
Let's see here. Let's go over the last week's games for you guys.
I did pretty good last week. I think I get 3 again.
Oh yeah, you did. I got something funny to show you guys too. I cracked up about it. Let's see. Okay. So for last week, I'm sorry if that's kind of small. I should have gotten it big. So I had got 3 with a total of 14 from last week. John got 3 with a total of 16, and this is what I thought was funny. He's John 3:16 now.
Yep.
So Jamie got 3 also. She's now at a total of 14. Ken, is that? Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, I'm 3:16 too.
You're at 3. You're also a 3:16. I was also laughing at that. I think there could be a Ken 3:16 in the Bible, to be honest with you.
Maybe.
We got Will. He got 2 last week, so he's running 50-50 on that. That's not too shabby with a total of 13. So he's just 1 behind Jamie. So you're right there, Will. Almost got it, man. And then Josh, he got 3 last week. He did pretty good, 75%, and he is at a total of 8. And I'm sure you guys seen in the chat, I sent that over. Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Shit. Let me get this out of the way. We're covering Derek up. What's up, Derek?
What's up, guys?
What up, dude?
Let me uncover that pretty face, man.
Nah, you're good.
He's like, no, leave it. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm sore, but good. How you guys?
We're doing all right.
Yeah,
all right,
not
buddy.
too bad.
Hanging in there.
Look, feeling a little under the weather. I think it's just my wife has the damn windows open, so it's like 65 degrees in the house, just freezing me out.
55. That's beautiful.
For a lot of people, yeah. I told Ken, I'm weird, man. Sometimes I'm super cold, my hands and feet will be freezing, and then sometimes they're hot. Just there's really no middle ground for me. I'm a different breed or something, I guess you could say.
If I don't have air, I'm hot. I need some kind of air, even in the winter, like because the oil heat is like, I don't know, that end of the house gets too hot, like, so I got to have some kind of air circulation. I mean, I have a like an air filter in the snake room just to keep the air moving, but still I need some kind of fan or something.
Yeah, I sleep with a fan on all the time. Well, I haven't since the surgery because how I got to sleep is horrible. So it dries out my mouth a lot. So but normally I have a fan on me all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like the fan as far as it not getting stuffy. That helps. I just hate when it's like right there in my face, just on my nostrils. I'm like, man.
That's where I love it.
Right?
That's
I
where I
like it
love
all on
it.
me.
And my own little cool vortex.
I wish my nose didn't get so stuffy from it, but
Yeah, mine don't. Because I got to sleep sitting up with the neck brace on, so it's hard to keep my mouth closed while I'm sleeping. So there's a lot of snoring going on, and my mouth gets super dry, and it's so hard to swallow. So
yeah,
I hate when you're trying to sleep and your nose is clogged and you got to breathe through your mouth.
yeah, and
That
then you
is
get
terrible.
then you get it unclogged, but then one side will stay clogged, and then a couple hours later it switches to the other side.
Yep. Yep. I was just talking about that with my girlfriend the other day. That's like the worst ever.
What kind of moonshine, Vanna?
All right, send me some. It might help me heal.
I haven't even drinking in almost a year, but I'll take some of that damn moonshine. Some of that white lightning.
Sipping on the shine. What games we picking this week, Vance?
All my blue hair.
Did you have blue hair before?
Nah, if she's referring to the wig I wore, then yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, I don't remember no blue hair. What am I missing? Let me get that.
Apple pie.
Apple pie.
Ain't nothing wrong
Nice.
with that.
Hey, apple pie moonshine is fire. My buddy makes some. It's so good.
With the cinnamon sticks in there and shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I want to build me. For years I wanted to build a still and make my own moonshine. When I worked at Lowe's, there was a guy, little old guy. He used to come in all the time and always help him out. And he's like, man, I make moonshine. He'd always tell me his stories and shit. And then one day he's like, I'll bring you some in one day. I was like, all right, awesome. Came in a few times. And then finally one day it was nighttime and he brought the bottle, the little mason jar and stuff with the moonshine. Man, that was good. And it was just a little small bottle. It wasn't much. So what I did was I was like, well, I really want this to last a while. So what I did was I made up some Kool-Aid and I put some in there. Man, it was pretty good. I'll tell you right now,
That sounds dangerous.
yeah, it is if you have too much. I didn't have a lot, so that's why I did it, to spare it. But man, I'll tell you right now, bro, I was feeling good. I was happy. Oh shit. I need to find that old man.
Pain.
Let's see here. Let me get that up. Pause. Okay. So we got for the first game, we have the Saints at the Panthers.
Oh, see, that's going to be hard because I could see the Panthers winning because the Saints are injured. Ugh, all right.
And then pick 2, we have Patriots at Titans.
Patriot.
I'm going to go Titans there.
You a Patriots fan, Dirk?
My home team.
Yep.
I always root for them. I don't know who's on the team, but I root for them.
I root for them. And pick 3, we have the Cowboys at the Falcons.
Falcons.
That's another hard pick there, too.
Yeah. That is going to be a tough one. And then pick 4, we got the Colts at the Vikings.
Vikings are
I
going to
have
bounce
to be
back.
at work at 4 o'clock now. So don't bother me.
I'm going for the Colts, but I'm not so sure they're going to win that game.
All right, the Vikes lost 2 in a row. I'm going to come back with the Vikes are bouncing back.
Yeah. There was actually, I didn't know if there was going to be that many good games for this next week. I was looking at, and there were some good games going on. And then I got Josh sent his those 4 picks. So in fact, he sent me the things already. What's up, Will? Thanks for coming out.
What up, Will?
I can't see the chat. How do I do that?
You put it. Oh, you're on your phone, so
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Let me know.
you gotta. Shit. How do you do that? You gotta take away the picture to where you can't see yourself, and then you can see the chat.
Oh, that's stupid.
You got to let me know where that's at, Will. I need some of that moonshine. Hey, Will, if you do want to join in that football game, we have a thing where first place gets a $200 credit from me. Second place is $100, and was third place? Yeah, third place is 50, and then John from Morphs-Thunderdome and Ken is throwing out some merch, some shirts or hats. Well, Ken has a shirt, and then John has a choice of a hat or a shirt, and then I'm throwing out some shirts. But if you want to join in, we're going the whole season. Every Saturday, you just got to pick. I'll put the 4 teams up like I just did. You pick, but put it in the comments after the show. And mission, also, if you can do that. But I'll still highlight that just in case. There you go, Banner. Will's got the connection. Apple pie for the rookies. Have you ever tried the blueberry, Derek?
Blueberry? No.
Anything else besides the apple pie, or just?
I think I've had a pineapple one, and then I had like straight moonshine. There was another kind I had. I forget. I got it in Tennessee. It was really good, but I forget what it was called. And they have there's a fire kind too, kind of like a spicy one, like Fireball.
Yeah.
Right.
But the one dude up here, he died, so I can't find it no more. I don't know who's making it, but he did a triple distilled black raspberry, like the black raspberry that grows around here wild.
Right.
A triple distilled black raspberry moonshine, and that shit was
Good.
amazing.
Black raspberries, yummy.
That does sound really good.
He triple distilled it, so it was like high quality. Like that stuff barely burned. It was dangerous in itself. You didn't even have to mix it. I mean, it was just smooth, and it kicked you right in the dick.
I don't like getting kicked in the dick.
Yeah, well, it's one of them kinds where you sit down, and then you stand up, and then you have to sit back down because you're kind of swaying too much.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed. I haven't had it in like the last 4 years since old Pickle died. I can't find out who's making it. I lost the connection.
Pickle, like the guy off the show?
Pickle
No, not Tickle. Pickle. It was some old
okay.
guy. His nickname was Pickle, and he passed away. And I don't know anyone else who was doing it. That was my end.
Man, I used to watch that Moonshiners all the time. I liked watching that. I haven't watched it in years. I don't even know if they still got it going. What was that one guy, that tall dude that was always getting himself hurt? Josh, yeah. That guy was always fucking himself up. Motorcycle accident, and put your dick in your watch pocket.
I mean, all moonshine will basically put your dick in the dirt. I mean, I haven't drank much that wouldn't, but there was just something extra about that black raspberry shit that just woo and knocked you for one.
It sucks. Like around here, we can't. All we got is, I forget that brand. You guys probably know what it is, but that store shit, fucking, it's
Mountaintop or whatever.
Mountaintop, and then there's like another one or something. Yeah, it's like 30% or some shit. Like, man, I want
toned down.
Like, you can actually, in California, we can make it ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. You just can't go and buy it, you know. But there's a guy down the way. I think he makes his own beer or something, because that guy, he's always out there like every Saturday, man, with the turkey fryer. And so he's got like some hoses and shit hooked up. Like, I know he's making beer or something. It ain't no damn turkey. He's, frying.
All right.
I probably have 5 gallons in the garage fridge left, but I barely touch it. Rarely touch it.
See, I think there's laws in place to where you can't just go willy-nilly in Pennsylvania. But I know you're allowed to make beer and wine, but I think it's got to be under a certain proof. Like if you get caught making like 80 proof liquor, you can get in trouble. But you can make all the wine you want as long as it's lower proof.
That's kind of stupid. Like you're making it yourself. I mean, because then you got to take that meter and I mean, I guess you change that recipe.
Well,
and
they can't make the money off of it if you're making yourself. That's basically
Yeah.
what it is. The state of Pennsylvania wants.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Put me backstage real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, PA can't make that money off you, so they limit what you can do.
Had some at the Top Fuel Harley races in North Texas from a racer out of South Carolina. It was Cherry Shine. Well, that sounds good. Wife didn't drink it, but ate like 4 cherries in it and was toast. Nice. All that cherry sucks in that alcohol. That does sound really good, though. I like cherry.
Yeah.
Damn cherry slushies. Those are so good. In fact, we went yesterday, man. This fucking pissed me off. Went to the gas station, the 7-Eleven or whatever, and my wife paid for the soda, and I was standing there right there with her, fucking as she paid for it. Well, she went outside and told me to go get the soda, the fountain soda. And so I got the cup. I knew how much she paid, and I told the guy, because she said the 32 ounce nut, it didn't have the size. I was like, hey, which one's the 32? He's like, that one or something, the 259. And so I got it, and I started walking out, and he's like, did you pay for that? Like, no, motherfucker, she did. Fucking, you sit there and see me standing right next to her and told me to get the damn soda.
Right.
Some big old dude was like 400 pounds that worked there or something. He actually held the door open for me as I walked out. And when that guy said it, I walked back in. And that big dude just kind of looking at me. And I'm like, oh, I paid for this shit. Don't even try it, dude. Hey, Mission, how did you like those Harley races? Those dragsters, my dad, we got a couple Harleys. He's got an old panhead and I got an old pan shovel. My dad used to work for Clyde Rawlings out of Fresno here in California. He's actually a drag bike racer. I don't know if you ever heard of him or not. But that guy, he's still racing, actually. He got out of it for years. He's broke some records back in the day, like back in the 70s or 80s. And then he was out like probably, I don't know, in his 50s. He probably wasn't racing for years. And then he just started back a few years back, like right before COVID, actually in 2019. He started to get back into it. And he's like 70, 79, 80, 82, something like that.
None of the bikes are even Harley.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the guy I'm talking about, his name was Clyde Rawlings. He had a Harley shop that he owned, him and his uncle. It was called Rawlings Motor Maniacs.
There's a dirt track around here I go to every once in a while. I mean, I like getting into racing, but I mean that's like I want to get in the car and race though. I can't sit there and watch it without wanting to be out there to do it. Like, and a couple years ago, like when I was drinking, like in a bar, anyways, because I did drink occasionally now. I walked into a bar around noon and sat next to this old guy, and he told me I looked familiar, and we got to talking, and he knew my grandpap. And I only knew my grandpap as a mechanic, but he said when like my grandpap was 18, 19, 20 years old, like he was the best there was in the area on dirt tracks. He said no one could beat him. And then he said when they went to paved tracks, that's when he went into the pits and became a mechanic. He didn't like the paved tracks. He said, like, out of this guy, the exact words out of this guy's mouth was, if NASCAR wouldn't have went paved, there would have been no Richard Petty. There would have been Roy Sonny Evans because no one could beat him. So I was like, oh, well, that's neat to hear. And then I asked family about it, and they was like, yeah, he raced before he was a mechanic, but I mean, he never really talked about it much, but it was just like hearing one of my grandpa's friends talk about him. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. That's interesting hearing stuff like stories from older people, man. I always like that. If I could go back, I was thinking a lot like my uncle that, just passed away. Well, I just found out he had passed. Um, there's a lot of things that I wanted to talk to him about because he was in World War II. He had his knee blown out. So there's a lot of things that you didn't ask stuff when I was young that didn't really give a shit or didn't think enough to. It's like now that I'm older, it's like, man, I wish I would have been able to talk to him and hear some of those stories and, different things. And like my grandpa and my grandma, I lived with them like half my life when I was a child, and they had an old straight razor in there from my great grandpa, so my grandma's dad. And it was like, man, I wished I would have grabbed that straight razor, because it's like once they sold my grandma's house and shit, fucking, they just threw shit away or gave it away. And it's like, fuck, man, that was a straight razor that's old school, but not just old school vintage. Like that's actually family. That's,
Right.
some history there. So yeah, things I wished I would have done when I was younger. I'm sure we all do.
But like, I didn't really know that I look like my grandpap. Like, no one's ever really said that you resemble your grandpap a lot. And then that day there, he's like, you resemble him a good bit. So I started asking for old pictures of him, and I was like, well, damn, I do look like him a lot. And everyone else was like, now that you say it, yeah, you do resemble him. Like nobody ever really put it together. You know what I mean? Until I got older, and then they started looking through pictures and looking at me and looking at him, and they were like, well, dang, you do. Holy shit.
That's pretty cool. And you got pictures of him?
Yeah,
Nice.
they're put away somewhere. Next time I get them out, I'll remember to hold them out. I'll like make a post or something, put it next to it.
Yeah. Did I ever show you that picture I told you I was going to show you when you showed that one of you when you were a kid and you had the mullet? And I said there was the baseball one of me and I had the mullet going on and shit.
I don't think you.
Okay. I
think you said you was going to dig it out, and then
okay. I never probably showed it. I got it up there. I'll go grab it here in a bit. I'll have to send it to you. I don't know how well it shows though, because it's a baseball picture, so I don't know if there's really but you can see like the mullet going on and shit. That was around the Billy Ray Cyrus era. Like my dad, he's an old biker and shit, and he had at that time Billy Ray Cyrus came out, and my dad started rocking the mullet and everything, and so I was a little kid. I don't know. I was probably 8, 9, somewhere in there, 7, something like that, and like, oh, I want to be like dad and shit. And I fucking went and got the mullet, grew it out, got the perm. And then afterwards, I was like, why did I do this?
I see. I never really did the whole Billy Ray like thing. I just, it was a kind of a mullet, but I didn't do the true mullet.
Yeah. Afterwards, I was like, man, I shouldn't have done this. I was trying to wash that fucking perm out because they say don't wash a perm. Or to take it out. I was washing it like,
How much longer are you gonna be?
About another 20 minutes.
All right.
Will said, F Billy Ray. I still live in his
Will,
hometown.
you still have his record, and you still play it here and there in secrecy.
That achy breaky heart.
Yeah.
Don't tell my heart.
I bet you Will still does the dance.
Hey, Miley Cyrus is rocking it better than her dad now. Her music and stuff, like that one that, because my wife, she'll play a lot of the songs in the car and whatever, and I hear that. What's that? I can't remember the name of it, but I could write my name in the sand. Like it's just stuck in my head now hearing that.
I don't listen to Miley Cyrus that much. I mean, my kids did, but I don't know. I'm a rocker dude through and through. I don't listen to that shit.
Yeah, I'm more into rock. That's my thing. I like rock, but I do like some country. And I like rap. But rock is like classic rock or some hard rock. Metallica, different shit like that. That's AC/DC.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember well. Could you really call it a podcast though? My wannabe podcast, I would think maybe. But my podcast, I don't think I'd call it a podcast because you never really did it.
Right. Did he start one or something, or?
He was going to. He had like all the stuff ready for it and just never did it. And I get why he didn't do it, because he was basically gonna like constructively criticize people. And people can't handle constructive criticism at all. And I, for one, can. So I was like, hell yeah, do it up, Will. And never did it.
Yeah, he said it was a podcast that never started. I don't know. I think back when I was younger, it kind of bugged me sometimes hearing stuff, but now it's like I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, if you don't like me, don't watch. I mean, I don't. I
But
don't
it's like you
care.
said, though. It's constructive criticism. It's helping you grow. That's why, like my brother, and sometimes he'll be telling me shit, and it's like I don't mind. I mean, he's putting in his 2 cents.
I was getting people begging me to before it even started. Hell, I was begging you to do it. Like, come on, Will, get it out there. That's funny.
Yeah. So you got anything? Oh, in fact, that's the other thing that sucks too. I was gonna ask you if you had anything in the incubator, but it's frustrating because I got a couple females. One's supposed to be dropping like around next 3 weeks, so she'll probably be all right. But I got one that I'm thinking should be dropping any day, and so that kind of sucks. Like I got the incubator up there, but I think what I'll probably have to do is just put like before the landlord comes over, put like a blanket or something over the top of it, kind of make it look like a table.
All right.
Maybe put a lamp on it or something, fucking, because it's got your stickers and everybody else's and my stickers all over that incubator with snakes and shit. So I'm gonna have to cover that up a little bit so they don't see it.
Yeah, I haven't picked anything new up yet. I mean, I still got a couple females that aren't eating, and they're not losing weight. You know what I mean? They haven't eaten like 2 or 3 months. They're not. They look like they're getting thicker. So I think there's eggs in there. I mean,
Nice.
I think I'm gonna get eggs. Maybe they reabsorbed, but they're still not eating. So I mean, I don't know. I try to offer them every week. Try to offer them today. They turned it down today. So I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah. In fact, I was gonna do that last night. I was gonna go feed some, but fuck, I did all the rat tubs and everything, and by the time I got done with all that shit out there, it was already like 10:30, 11:30. I'm like, no, yeah, it was 11:30. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and do this shit all night. I'm gonna get to some sleep.
But I did send the weird spot nose hat clown out to Eddie from Static Morphs and Prophecy, Prophecy Exotic. So we're gonna do a split clutch with her, and then I met with Jamie in Ohio, and I gave him 2 of my breeder females to put to some of the stuff that he has, because he has a lot of NR Mandarin and stuff like that, and Scrambler, and he really don't have the females. He has the males. So he was looking to pick up a couple nice females to, so he could breed this year.
Right.
And I was like, shit, dude, I'll meet you. And
Nice.
hopefully, if things work out, I'll end up with a Scrambler and an NR Mandarin.
Nice. That'll be
Jamie
awesome.
from Rising Phoenix. He's in Wisconsin. He met me halfway in Ohio.
So you sent your females over to him?
Yep. I drove to Akron. I met him in Akron. It was like 3.5 hours for me, 3.5 hours for him. And I gave him the Huffman HRA Orange Ghost and the Lesser Inchy Orange Ghost Het Clown, het genetics right.
Nice.
So I'm hoping to get, you know, at least one scrambler and one NR Mandarin out of it, and my female's back when he's done. But we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because I'm kind of, because of the situation I'm in with the landlords and all that. Like that's one of the reasons I was kind of not wanting to go too crazy. But then after they just said this shit, I've got to cut down because I do have a lot of stuff that's just, I will start building up a lot of snakes real fast here pretty soon. So I'm basically cutting it down to like 4 or 5 more snakes I'm going to get. And that's going to be it for a little while until I end up buying a house or something. Because I'm just I love the house here and everything, but it's just kind of too hard to do all that. Scrambler's one of the ones that I was interested in getting that I do want to add to my collection.
Well, if I have it, I'll put it to a couple things, and I want males too, so I can put it to females.
Nice.
And they're going to have hets, hopefully, you know. So, but if I get it, you'll get it. I'll hook you up.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, let me know.
Well, we'll find out when this year, like, because he's breeding them this year. You know, by the end of the year, you know, that's when I'll get my snakes from him. So I know Nick's tickled pink that I'm getting in our Mandarin. So
Nice. Nick's wanting some of that Mandarin too, huh?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Grew up on and pretty much mainly listen to classic country and old gangster rap. Not a whole lot of anything post 2000. Yeah, I agree, Mission. Anything really after 2000 pretty much sucks. That's with a lot of shit, really. It's country, rap, rock. It all kind of went to garbage.
I hate when I don't save numbers in my phone. I got to figure out who this is.
I hate that. My Hypo Mandarin het puzzle and the non-het puzzle and the Mandarin het Hypo girl came from Jamie. Okay, sweet. Yeah, Jamie does a lot of that Mandarin.
Oh, now I know who this is.
80s were the all-time best music. Yeah, I agree. 80s for sure. Even 70s too. 70s, 80s. Imported directly from. Hey, did you see that guy died? I wasn't really familiar with him. Dingo?
Did he? I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Wow.
he passed. I just seen it earlier. I wasn't really familiar with the guy, and I seen something and then seen a few other people pop up with it. And then I went to his deal, and there was nothing on it except there was something where he was, I guess, sick or something. I think he was doing a little better or something like that, but that was like kind of previous, maybe a week ago or something. It had been a minute. In fact, I'm going to go grab a snake real quick. Nothing too crazy, but I'm going to show it off.
I fed today, or I chose some stuff. They pretty much all ate. That black pastel leopard DG het hypo boy is just, he gets more interesting as he gets older. I mean, they say that DG looks better as they get older, and with every shed, he just starts glowing more. I mean, DG is something, when you see it, you know it. Like, if you got to question it, then it's not DG. And like with me having one now, I totally see that, and it's just something that you got to see. I mean, even the het hypo is coming through in that boy. I mean, he's got really strong markers. He's just cool. What's up, Joey? I wouldn't say I'm into heavy metal anymore, but I mean, I used to be into heavy metal when I was younger. But like now, I'm more of just a laid back, easy listening rock. I don't know who that is, Joey, if you know or not, but he has to like the metal.
I like metal, yeah.
I mean, some of it. I just can't handle the loud music anymore. The loud music just don't agree with my ears.
Especially if you're hungover. I got this. Let's see here.
Blow it up.
It's a Orange Dream Yellow Belly. This pattern, I know it puts the pattern at the bottom, but
Look at that belly.
it's just crazy how much there is. And the guy I got him, the mom from when I bred, it was just a normal het pied, supposedly. But my buddy Jimmy Cruz, who I got it from, he was like, something else is going on in there. Like, there's something I missed. But like I said,
crazy.
Yeah, like the Orange Dream Yellow Belly, it puts the pattern at the bottom, but I mean, this thing's just.
Let me see the tail of it. That'll tell me if I see OD. Yeah, see, the tail looks like typical OD. All blowed out and joined together.
Let me see if I could. You want the bottom or the side?
The side. But I already seen what I needed to see. Like that, the last alien heads on the tail will always be put together in OD from what I've seen. And like, yeah, it's all bunched together. Yeah, see, that's the way I was told you could identify OD as the tail. Like, it's like a telltale sign of it. I mean, it does look pretty orange near the bottom, too. Near the bottom of the side gut where the tan comes down, there's some oranges, so it looks a little dark for OD, though.
So I got a I got a 1.2. I got put the male to at least one of them and see what happens if there's something else going on, or. But pretty dope.
Will's saying it's granite, but I mean, I don't know how to identify granite, so I can't agree because I don't know. But could be. I mean, Will knows what he's talking about for the most part.
Right on. Thanks, Will. That's interesting. So granite in it.
And granite's one of those genes that could be and stuff and not noticed.
Because doesn't granite kind of make it like kind of grainy? Or am I wrong on that?
No, granite does put some graininess to it. I could see some graininess in some of that.
Nice, because that's what I'm curious on when I put the male and female back. I like to see the super form of it. Let me let's see, solar layout. That's interesting. It's good to know, because some people, what was that gene? I can't think now. Is it hurricane or something that? Maybe I'm wrong on that. There was one, Greg was asking me if something was in it. I forget what gene it was. Like red stripes, some have HGG, some don't, but you can get huge difference. You can see a huge difference. Interesting.
Right. Me and my rat breeder guy was just talking about it, and it gets frustrating because of the variation you can get in each gene. Like you can, like I took 2 clowns down to him today and seen if there was something different in them just to get his opinion. And he said, I think they're both leopard Mojave. It's just that's the variations between the two. Like just because I don't see black pastel. And I mean, I didn't either, but I just wanted his opinion and he agreed. So, I mean, it's just the variations of them, but they look totally different, but they're the same. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what's crazy. You get a lot of different variations, like, and it could be from the same damn clutch, and one just looks different than another.
Yep.
Pretty interesting. Granite is like blade. People rarely even list it in the pairing.
But that could really screw you up, because if you don't know it's there, then you're just like, well, what is this? And then
Yeah,
you bang
exactly.
your head off a million things trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I wish someone would line breed granite, because then I think it would come out more.
Well, with these ones, I'm going to do that. I'm going to line breed them a little bit and see what exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we were just talking about that, Brave. Right
Yeah.
before you came back.
Yeah, I'm really curious, though. I'm going to breed the
Right, Will.
1.1 back because he's got the same thing going, too. Yeah, it sucks because sometimes, I don't know, it's nice when you get some stuff that you didn't expect. But then sometimes it's like, well, maybe I didn't want that in there, you know? And
Right.
so it all depends. But yeah, it's still pretty cool. I like that busy pattern on the belly.
Will granite give that busy pattern on the belly like that, Will?
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
Because that's what could be going on in a couple of my clutches, because I have the busy bellies on some that don't make sense. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I didn't know if granite could cause that or not. But
That's what it was. It was confusion that Greg was asking me. He was asking if it was acid or confusion. That's what it was.
So granite acid confusion tricks out the belly. All right. So that very well could be what's going on. I just got a lower expression line of granite that makes it a little granity and crazy in the belly. But they're oranges. They look more orange than Orange Dream do. The hatchlings do.
Mm.
I gave them to Ryan from Little Feeders. He's going to mess around with them. It's a male and a female, but I don't know. There's still something else going on, because like the female, the spot, it's the one that I sent to Eddie from Static Morphs. It's definitely spot nose, but it's not one that's got like the lightning bolt that comes down on its head.
Mhm.
Well, her clutch, if I show you pictures of it, she made regular normal looking spot nose, and she made 3 that looked spot nose that had that mark on its head.
Yeah.
But one had GHI in it. And so, I mean, I kept the GHI one, but one was a male, so it got sold locally. And then Ryan got the female that had the mark on its head. And it's just interesting to see what it is.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see.
I don't know. I mean, I think if it's anything, I think it's an unknown gene, because you see some spot nose combos with it, but it's just like there has to be something else that's coming out of spot nose that's doing that, because you could create regular spot nose that look like the regular head stamp of a spot nose, and then you have these ones that the body of it looks spot nose, but the head don't. And
Right.
I think it's something going on with it.
Said some granite will give
So,
you.
all right, and that might be what it is. That might be very simply what it is. Because if it can give an orange look, and it might change up the head pattern, it could just be granite.
That's what's
Because,
awesome.
like I said, you see it in some spot nose, like, maybe 1 out of every 50, you see it. And then it just could be something that's, like the granite that's causing it to do it. And that could be the answer to everything. Honestly, something that simple, that it's granite.
Right. Yeah, thanks, Will. That definitely helped out a lot.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Learned something new today. That's what's awesome is so many people in the community, like, and people that worked that gene or have been doing this stuff for a long time, and it's like, okay, well, hey, this is what's going on, have their input. Doesn't always mean that may be correct, could be something else or whatever, but again, that could pretty much put you in the direction of knowing what's in there. And then having the shed test too now, it's like, obviously not every gene has a shed test yet, but
I got some shed tests out to them that I'm anxious to get back.
I still need to send a few out to Charlie. Of course, I guess it's not a big deal because I'm not going to be breeding her till next year anyways. I probably got another 6 to 8 months, so I'm not too worried. But I kind of am because because it's a yellow belly or a / asphalt. So if she ends up not being, I'm hoping asphalt. If she ends up being yellow belly, now I got to find an asphalt to end up making the freeways on there. And not all granite is. Some are more extreme than others, but 90% are just regular plain Jane granite. So far, we have not gotten the orange look yet. There was one that we hatched, cut, that looks granite, but does not have any of the granite neck stamping.
Huh.
I guess
I bounce out of here. I got to take my daughter to go pick up her food.
Yeah, I'm actually going to shut this down anyways. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I appreciate it. You guys all have an awesome weekend, and I will see you on the next one. And Ken, thank you, brother, for coming out. I appreciate it. You guys all have a good one.
Well, I'll hit you up. I want to show you some pictures here in a bit. We'll see you later.
Peace.